I just wanted to add to what Anne has said that what...
Can you identify yourself, please?
My name is Christine Howard, and I would like to just add to it that when we go to the city steps, we not only have to fight against that particular homeless shelter, but we also have to fight how to find solutions for those people that we already have, whether they alcoholics or mentally ill or have substance abuse or whatever. Because this community cannot be looked at as a community that's just looking out for themselves, a NIMBY community. This is not who we want, and this is not who we are. We want to provide for those who are needy, and we've already provided for the city enough.
I think I've seen a lot of NIMBY situations. This is not NIMBY because we already have something in IMBY. We have something in our own backyard, right? So we're not saying not in our own backyard, we're saying let's clean up our backyard. So thank you, Christine.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a new homeowner on Callier Street. We definitely have issues on Callier Street too, and I've asked people about it, and what can we do? I've never really had a good answer. And I don't want to just call the cops, because obviously these people need help. I mean, unless someone's laying on the street, which has happened, and I have called 911 at that point. Regardless, I think the idea of basing our opinions and our statements on fact is very important, and I have a couple questions. One is, where are these people going to be coming from? Are they being bussed in from a facility? Are they being taken off the street? Are they walking up freely to this compound? And then secondly, is there a way of dealing with refuge, like with stranded people who've been left out at night? Do they have a plan for this? Is it going to be safe for my kid to walk to school in a couple years? So I think these are my main questions. Where are they coming from? And what about the people that are lingering? What are the plans for that?
I have not heard any really convincing plan about the second point that you brought up, which is about this, what do you do about people that are gotten there too late, or they're stranded, or how do you deal with that, whether they'll be taken in after certain hours or what. They will, though, as far as I understand it, or the plan is that they would be coming in from throughout the city. That they would, there are intake centers throughout the city of New York. This would be one of only 2 or 3, I think, men assessment centers in the city, single men assessment centers. So guys would be coming in from all over the place.
Are they people that have been causing problems, that have been laying around the street, they get picked up, okay, now you're coming to this facility, or are they people who walk up truly knowing that there's a facility for them, or both?
I don't think that, as far as I understand, they're not actually going to be walking up to the facility because they will be going into like a drop-in center somewhere else. So you'll be on the Upper East Side or something like that, or somewhere near Grand Central, and you go into, you say, okay, it's freezing out tonight. I got to go into the shelter system. You're a single man. I got to go into the shelter system. You will then go into the nearest intake center that you can find, and then you'll be there for a few hours as they do the, take all your basic information, and then you will be, I think, bused, as far as I know, to this center. Sorry? Or they get a train pass, which is, trust me, that's a lot worse, because again, Greenpoint Avenue, you got either Greenpoint Avenue on the G train, or you're at the 7 train on like Vernon Boulevard or something like that in Long Island City, and you walk over the Pulaski Bridge. Not appealing options, I think, for anybody. And I would think that it would, I mean, you're gonna have guys not even knowing. I mean, it's complicated. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know Greenpoint, it would be confusing as to how to get there. I mean, I get lost in Long Island City every time I go to Long Island City. Listen, one thing I just, I didn't mention before, but I think it's important, is that this past Thursday night, a gentleman died in McCarran Park. A guy who had been tracked by DHS, who had been in DHS shelters, who was somebody that was known as a chronic public inebriate in Greenpoint, was sleeping in McCarran Park last Thursday night, and it got down to 20 degrees or lower, and he died is something that did not need to happen. It did not have to happen. And when I mentioned that Commissioner Hess, the former commissioner, had mentioned to me that if we could find a site, he'd make sure DHS put up the money to do it. He told me when he said that, he said, if we wait until next winter, somebody will die. He said, you can bet on it. And that's exactly what happened. So it's not, this is not an issue. I think that it's, nobody can ever say that this is an issue that we're inventing or making up.